Welcome to Learn English Fluently now. Ready to level up your English? Here we learn through stories, slow, clear, and fun. Listen, relax, and enjoy the journey.
Introduction. Love is a mystery. It can heal. It can destroy. But what happens when someone you love is hiding a truth so deep, it could change everything? This is the story of Ava and Daniel. Two souls connected by fate and divided by secrets. A romantic thriller that will take you through passion, fear, and revelation. Chapter 1: The Stranger at the Cafe. Ava sat at her usual table by the window. She loved that spot. Every morning before work, she came to this quiet little cafe on Oak Street. The barista, Lena, already knew her order: one cappuccino with oat milk, one blueberry muffin. The world outside was moving fast, cars rushing, people talking on phones, the sounds of a city in motion. But inside the cafe, time moved slowly. Calm. Safe. Ava liked that. She opened her laptop and started typing. She worked as a graphic designer, creating logos and posters for companies she didn't care about. But in this cafe, for an hour each morning, she dreamed of something more. A better job. A better story. A better love. Then, he walked in. A tall man in a dark coat. His hair was dark and slightly messy, like he had run his hands through it too many times. He didn't look around. He knew where he was going. Straight to the seat across from her. "Is this seat taken?" he asked, his voice calm but confident. Ava blinked. No one had ever asked to sit with her before. She looked around. There were empty tables. Many of them. She hesitated. Then, she said, "No, it's not." He sat down, placed a small black notebook on the table, and looked at her. "I'm Daniel," he said. "You come here every day." "You've been watching me?" she asked, half joking, half worried. "Not like that," he replied quickly. "I just notice things. I notice people. You always sit here. You always order the same thing. And, you always look a little sad." That last part surprised her. She wasn't used to being seen. "Not really. Maybe I just think a lot," she said. "Maybe," he said with a small smile. "Or maybe you're waiting for something." She didn't answer. What could she say? He was right. She was waiting for something. Or someone. She just didn't know what. That was the start. Each morning after that, Daniel appeared. He sat at her table, said little, and sometimes just read from his notebook. He never talked about himself. He asked questions. About her. About what she liked. About what she believed. It was strange, but Ava started looking forward to those moments. A stranger, yet familiar. Mysterious, but kind. There was something about him that made her feel awake. And then, one rainy morning, she asked him, "What's in the notebook?" He looked at her for a long time. The cafe was quiet. Even Lena, the barista, was pretending not to listen. Daniel slowly opened the notebook and slid it across the table. Ava looked down. Pages filled with sketches, notes, maps, dates. And in the middle, a photo of her. She froze. "What is this?" she whispered. Daniel didn't move. "I didn't mean to scare you," he said. "But I need you to know. I didn't just meet you by accident. There's a reason I'm here. A reason I found you." Ava's heart pounded. She stared at the photo. It was taken months ago. She was standing outside her apartment, smiling, carefree. She had no idea anyone was watching. "Why?" she asked, her voice barely a whisper. "Why me?" Daniel closed the notebook. His eyes were serious now. Dark. "Because someone is looking for you, Ava," he said. "And I'm the only one who can stop them." The cafe was suddenly too quiet. Too cold. Ava didn't know whether to run or scream. But something inside her stayed calm. Because somehow, deep inside, she knew. This wasn't the end. It was only the beginning. Chapter 2, a name she had forgotten. Ava didn't sleep that night. She kept thinking about the notebook. The photo. The words Daniel had said, "Someone is looking for you." She didn't know what to believe. Was this man dangerous? Was he lying? Or was he telling the truth, a truth too strange to understand? She stared at her phone. Should she call someone? The police? But what would she say? "A man in a cafe showed me a notebook with my photo in it?" That sounded crazy, even to her. But there was something in his eyes. Something she remembered. Not the face. Not the voice. But the feeling. Like she had known him once. A long time ago. The next morning, she didn't go to the cafe. She walked around the city instead, trying to think. Trying to remember. Her phone buzzed. It was a message from an unknown number. "You don't have to be afraid. Meet me where the stars fell. You'll understand." She stared at the screen. Where the stars fell? What did that mean? Then it hit her. The old observatory. It was a place she hadn't been in over 10 years. A small hill on the edge of the city, where her father used to take her when she was a child. They would watch the stars together. One night, they saw a meteor shower. Her father called it the night the stars fell. Nobody else knew that name. Only her. Only family. Or someone who had once been close enough to feel like family. She took a taxi. The city faded behind her as the road curved up the hill. Trees whispered in the wind. The sky was gray. Heavy. Like something was coming. The observatory was old, locked, and falling apart. But the view was still beautiful. And he was already there. Daniel. He stood near the fence, his hands in his pockets. When he saw her, he didn't smile. He just looked sad. "I wasn't sure you'd come," he said. "I almost didn't," she replied. "I don't know if I'm safe with you." "I understand," he said. "I wouldn't trust me either." Ava looked at him closely. "Then help me understand. Tell me who you are." Tell me what this is. He didn't speak for a moment. Then he said quietly, "You don't remember me, do you?" "No," she whispered. "Should I?" He nodded. "Your name wasn't always Ava. You had another name. Long ago. Before the accident." Ava stepped back. "What accident?" He pulled something out of his coat pocket, a small locket. Gold. Worn. He opened it. Inside was a picture of two children. A boy and a girl. Maybe 5 years old. They were smiling. Holding hands. "That's you," he said. "And that's me." Ava stared at the photo. The girl had her eyes. Her smile. But she couldn't remember. I don't understand. You were adopted when you were 7. After the fire. Your memory was damaged. The doctors said it was better not to force it. You started a new life. A safe one." He paused. "But I never stopped looking for you. I promised your mother I'd find you." Ava felt dizzy. The world spun around her. "My mother?" "She's still alive," he said. "But she's in hiding. Because the people who started that fire, they were looking for something. Something your family had. And now, they think you have it." "What do I have?" she asked, her voice shaking. "A code," he said. "Hidden in a painting. A painting your father made before he died. It holds the key to something powerful. And dangerous." Ava sat down on the grass. Everything felt unreal. Like a story. But the locket in her hand was real. And the sadness in Daniel's eyes was real too. "Why didn't anyone tell me?" she whispered. "Because they wanted to protect you. We all did. But now it's too late to stay hidden." Daniel sat beside her. Quiet. Watching the wind move through the trees. After a while, Ava asked, "And you? What are you to me?" He looked at her gently. "I was your best friend. Your protector. Maybe more, if time had been kind." She turned to face him. "And now?" "Now," he hesitated. "Now I'll keep my promise. I'll keep you safe. Even if you never remember who I was. Even if you never love me." Ava didn't speak. She didn't know what to feel. But deep inside, something was waking up. A flicker. A spark. A piece of the past, returning like a light in the dark. And though the storm clouds above them gathered heavy and gray, she felt no fear. Because sometimes, love isn't something you choose. Sometimes, it's something that finds you again. Even after all the years. Even after all the lies. Even after the secret he keeps. Ava's world is shifting, and the mystery has only just begun. If you're enjoying the story, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with others who love learning English through suspenseful stories. To be continued.